listened in. A lot of people very interested in hearing about love and money, right? Very interesting topic. But one thing I shared with those that are dating, and I'm going to share this with you here, and this is a free one for those. I like giving a free one when I'm talking to George's followers. So the free one for those that are dating, I would encourage you while you are dating it with somebody now, dating, not married, dating. I would open a joint bank account with that person. Yes, I would open. And I will repeat it again because I see the puzzle's face, and I'll give you my reason
You mean
why.
if they're like your girlfriend, not if you just
Yes.
met him at a bar?
No, not the bar, not the
Okay,
bar
because
girl.
dating is like
Not
not.
dating. I'm talking about like a
Okay.
girlfriend, someone that's a girlfriend. I would open a joint bank account with your girlfriend or a
Mm.
boyfriend, or whatever the case may be. I would open a joint bank account while you guys are dating, not married, for a couple reasons. Now, when I say a joint bank account, I'm not saying like you guys are gonna throw all your direct deposits into this account and this is, we're gonna do this. I'm talking about a legit account that you guys can use as a case study. What you'll learn is you're gonna learn about yourself. Number one, you're gonna learn a lot about yourself as it pertains to sharing funds with someone else. And number two, you're gonna learn about the other person in regards to how they behave and manage money with someone else and also alone. And what you start doing is you start taking some mental notes very easy early. And again, it's not this thing where you like doing this interrogation or investigation, but you're just living off of it, right? Let's say you guys say, hey, this is gonna be we're gonna use these funds to do our travel money. So you're gonna put in money, you guys are gonna be using the account, etc., etc., and you guys are gonna be using this joint bank account. But you're gonna start learning behaviors of the other person and studying, hey, this person likes to spend a lot of money. I like to save money. Or the other way around. This person doesn't like to spend a penny. I love spending money. So you're going to start learning some of those things about someone early on before you get into marriage. So you start observing some of these financial behaviors of the individual you are aspiring to marry in the future. Number two, it starts to build lifelong teamwork that's going to be required in the next stage of your life whenever that time comes. You know, managing finances, whether you guys have a single account or joint bank account, whatever the case may be, you guys are still working together. And so you start building those habits of working together with life skills that are going to be required in your next journey in the time you're dating. Number three, if it doesn't work out, it wasn't like you guys put a lot of risk into it. You guys could always take the money and split up and, hey, you take your thing and whatever the case may be. But I did this with my wife. And it was a very interesting, I learned so much about my wife's financial habits through it. And she learned a lot about me. I learned early on that she's not good with money. I learned very, very early on because I would see it and I'm saying, wait, how come I'm the only one putting money in this
Let's hope
account?
she's not watching this video or
Yeah,
this part.
yeah. Well, she'll listen to this because she listens to she follows your page, but she'll listen to this and I'll get in trouble about this. But she's not good with money because I would find myself, okay, I had a habit. Okay, we started this account, we're using this account to start. Believe it or not, the account that we started was to buy our house. That's the account we did as we were dating. This was the house account. And so I was throwing money in there. And then I would look and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm the only one putting money in here. And so so I went to her and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm struggling putting money in there. I'm like, how are you struggling putting money in when you have so much extra money? She's like, I don't know why. I just keep losing. I keep spending too much money on clothes and this and that. And so I had to teach her. I'm like, okay, hey, put 50 here, put 50 here weekly, 50 here weekly. And this will help you kind of get into a habit. So then I studied, okay, she's not good with money. So she needs some guidance, right? With me, she learned, he's very disciplined with his money. So we started learning things that once we got married, some of these things we didn't have to learn on the fly, where it became a marital argument. What are you blowing all the money for? We avoided some of those things. Number two, and this is one, not joint bank account, but this is another strategy I give to people that are in our community. So we have couples that, we have different couples that join our community and they do it together, whatever. One piece of advice. Here's a free one. Create an allowance for the two of you. By far, one of the most powerful advices I can ever give you. George, that's for you. You'll get married one day and you'll do your thing. Create an allowance. You and your spouse. Why? Because an allowance allows you and your spouse to continue to be who you are as people. Everybody's different. Not everybody likes to save money. Not everybody likes to spend money. But an allowance allows the two of you to remain and continue to be who you are under control. So, for example, if you guys say, okay, every 2 weeks we're going to give each other an allowance of $100, you don't like to spend money. Okay, so you have money in here, $100. In 2 weeks, you're going to get another $100. Now you got $200. Or maybe you spend $50. After 5 or 6 months, you may have a $12, $13, $1,400 to go buy yourself something nice or take everybody on a trip because you've been getting your allowance. If your spouse is a spender, they get $100 every 2 weeks to buy whatever they want, guilt-free. This is your money, no problem. But what that does is it gives them the ability to continue to be who they are, but it doesn't compromise your bank account because you only got $100 to spend every 2 weeks. That's an example.
And it accounts for that like power imbalance.
That's it. That protects your account, allows them to still be the person that they want to be, allows you to still save your money because you don't like to spend money, and it avoids the marital conflict. Allowance.
I mean, I would like I showed with my face. I was skeptical when you suggested it, but that actually makes a lot of sense. Like
Powerful.
that's actually something to consider, because like that advice, like live with a person before you decide to marry with them, so you can see their habits. This is basically that, but with finance, and like I think it would prevent a lot of bad marriages from happening, and even like facilitate a lot of good marriages to happen.
It does, man. It is the joint bank account, and it kind of it makes you feel kind of weird, like, man, I'm going into the bank to open it with somebody I'm just dating, right?
Yeah.
But use it as okay, I'm creating a case study. I want to get
Mm.
to know you a little bit better. This puts a little bit of some reality, a real-time simulation to our life, right? If you're somebody you're serious about. Because remember, this is the thing. At least for me, not everybody's the same way. Everybody's different, right? But for me, I wasn't a big dater growing up. I didn't date a lot. I had fun a lot, but I didn't date a lot. Because for me, if I was dating, it's because I was trying to, I considered you somebody that I was really serious about. To be
Potential
honest.
spouse material.
Right. Otherwise, don't want to waste my time. We're not dating. But if you were somebody I'm really serious about, then I want to show you and demonstrate to you that I'm serious. And this was a way to do it, but it allowed me to learn about you a little bit better. Because there's
Yeah.
important notes that I'm going to need to know once we get married, that okay, you're not a good spender. Got it. Or good with money. No problem. We can work on it. And you start building habits that can carry into marriage if that's ends up being somebody you end up dating.